workers, and those who are paid are not paid certainly what they could earn in the so-called commercial market. This is a work of a labor of KPFKs for the people who are involved with it. Truth and justice, believers in peace, freedom, and the
democracy, truth, and justice, and defenders of democracy.
We have a bit of a disaster. Well, it's not a bit of a disaster. This is potentially an apocalyptic disaster happening across the...
Okay, what did they cut them off on?
Western United States.
Cutting them out. What the heck? It's not
good. Now that the
signal must not be good or something. No, what's going on? Jesus Christ, dude, you fucking idiot. You just walk out without looking. What the heck happened to Tom Hartman?
moisture. So there's more moisture in the air, which means that when warm air collides with cold air, or moist air hits dry air, you know, that moisture precipitates out as rain, so we get more rain.
Yep.
But also because the jet stream has weakened, that those rain systems are not moving through rapidly. They're moving very, very slowly as a consequence. So they're just hanging in place for a long time. And the result of that is massive flooding. And that is happening all across the Midwest. It is killing people. I noticed the news reports this morning about, people's homes being destroyed and all this kind of stuff, and some great, wow, look at this footage of this tornado and that hurricane and, all this kind of stuff. Or not hurricane, that thunderstorm. But nobody was pointing out that this is being driven by, this is being exacerbated by, this is being made worse by climate change. I mean, it's making the weather more severe. We saw it in the winter with the Arctic cyclone bomb weather where places like Washington, D.C. are getting like 30 below zero for a week at a time. I mean, it normally never happens. Now it's happening every year.
Wow.
And this is just over the last couple decades, right? The last 15, 20 years. And this is all being made worse by climate change. Individuals' homes are being destroyed, communities are being damaged. And why is this happening? This is happening because we have now passed 415 parts per billion of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. I mean, this is just something that has never had, parts per million, excuse me. This is just literally... first of all, get ready.
They used to have
you're going to see an
very good
explosion
fried
in food
chicken there, but I don't
prices,
think they have any
which is
more.
going to be driving up inflation, which may, depending on how strongly Trump can control the Fed, cause the Fed to raise interest rates, which then would cause the economy to slide into a depression. Because it would be the end of this long cycle. And the evidence of this right now in Iowa, less than half of the crops have been planted. The 5-year average is 76%. By the way, that 5-year average is the most recent 5 years when the weather has been getting weird. In Minnesota, the 5-year average is 65% of crops are in right now. It's only 21%. In North Dakota, the 5-year average is 43% of crops are in right now, only 11%. In South Dakota, the 5-year average is 54%. They're in right now, only 4%. This is a catastrophe. U.S. farmers, this is from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, U.S. farmers ceded 30% of the U.S. 2019 corn crop by Sunday, lagging the 5-year average of 66%. The soybean crop was 9% planted behind the 5-year average of 29%. This is nationwide. Can you imagine what this is going to do to food prices? This is substantial.
That bird.
At the same time, WikiLeaks initiated communications with the GRU persona, Guccifer 2.0, shortly after it was used to release documents stolen from the DNC. On June 22nd, 2016, 7 days after Guccifer 2.0's first releases of stolen DNC documents, WikiLeaks used Twitter's direct message function to contact the Guccifer 2.0 Twitter account and suggest that Guccifer 2.0 report send any new material stolen from the DNC here to us to review. It will have a much higher impact than what you are doing, end quote. On July 6, 2016, WikiLeaks again contacted Guccifer 2.0 through Twitter's private messaging function, writing, quote, if you have anything Hillary related, we want it in the next 2 days, preferable, because this DNC is approaching and she will solidify Bernie supporters behind her afterwards, end quote. The Guccifer 2.0 responded, okay, I see. WikiLeaks also explained, we think Trump has only a 25% chance of winning against Hillary, so the conflict between Bernie and Hillary is interesting, end of quote. Item C, the GRU's transfer of stolen materials to WikiLeaks. Both the GRU and WikiLeaks sought to hide their communications, which has limited the office's ability to collect, the special counsel's office, to collect all the communications between them. Thus, although it is clear that the stolen DNC and Podesta documents were transferred from the GRU to WikiLeaks, and the whole rest of that page is very impacted by Bernie, it's the whole report.
What a beautiful day out today, Monday morning.
Democracy, truth, and justice, believers in peace, freedom, and the American way. Tom, I'm here with you. Happy Monday. And we have a bit of a disaster. It's not a bit of a disaster. This is potentially an apocalyptic disaster happening across the Midwestern United States. Now that the...
Keep on cutting them off. Why do they do that? It's weird. Every time he talks about the apocalyptic disaster, they just cut him off. It's like enough on some, What's going on with the radio, man? I should try to pick him up on YouTube, because, man, it's like,
say 30%, 50%, 70%, whatever, of your damage directly from producers of fossil fuels. Take your pick.
Yeah.
You can go after Peabody Coal. You can go after take your pick. Take your pick, right? The last level, we have 415 parts per million of carbon dioxide. The last time we saw this was 5 million years ago. There was no Greenland. Trees were growing in the south, at the South Pole. The seas were 82 feet higher than right now. When it was this level of carbon dioxide that we have right now. You say, well, we don't have it yet. Well, it's on its way. You know, geology moves slowly. This is criminal. In addition to civil penalties, and in addition to the ability to sue these guys.
They should sue these guys and penalize them, the fossil fuel
Exxon
companies.
knew all about this, and they launched this massive disinformation campaign, which is still being parroted by Rupert Murdoch's Fox News and by Donald Trump and by literally every single Republican in Congress. Within 10 years, we're going to cross 450 parts per million. That takes us back, what, 10, 20 million years ago?
It's terrible.
I mean, it's real simple what we have to do. I know Pete Buttigieg is saying, oh, we need carbon capture and tax. Right. Well, the fossil fuel industry is saying that. What we need to do is stop drilling. We need to stop mining. We need to stop fracking. And we need to start building out a renewable infrastructure. And we need to start it today. We need a Green New Deal. That's what we need.
I totally agree.
We also need to point out that these people are criminals. These people at ExxonMobil, they sold us out. They have deliberately wrecked the planet. I mean, look at Lee Raymond. He was the guy who looks like the Mike Myers character, fat bastard. He took $400 million from ExxonMobil while he was orchestrating a campaign of climate denial. Why is this guy not in prison? He's like Darth Vader or Thanatosis. I mean, literally the destroyer of a planet, this man, among others, among the other executives at ExxonMobil and these other companies and petro billionaires like the Kochs. There's a great op-ed over on Common Dreams. It says, calls these people out and says they lack a soul. And by the way, if you're invested in oil in these companies, get out while you can still afford to.
Yep.
And then he adds, their names will be vilified for as long as human beings live. So,
old Greyhound bus.
what do?
Where's that headed to?
I think we go after them. I think we go after them financially. I think we go after
It says
them
legally on the back.
What do you think we should be doing?
Look at this traffic
To clean
going
this
north,
planet up?
bound on
Is it
5.
time to sit around and talk about cap and trade, or is it time to talk about Green New Deal and actual change?
Wow, he's taking the 710
Where do we
away.
go with this? What do we do about this? Do you live in the Midwest? Have you been affected by this? Is this weather unusual from your point of view? I mean, I grew up in Michigan. I remember thunderstorms and tornadoes. I've seen a bunch of them. I've never seen anything like what's going through there right now.
This is the Tom Hartman Program.
What are you experiencing? What's your sense of this? It's 18 minutes past the hour.
Yeah, it's terrible. Let's show some of these callers. I wonder what the callers are going to say. What do they have to say about this terrible stuff?
And welcome back. Doug, watch us on Free Speech TV. Hey, Doug, thanks. In Inglewood, Colorado. Hey, Doug, thanks for watching. What's on your mind today? Doug?
Hello.
Doug? Well, hopefully that's not very safe. That's the one thing we didn't test. I don't know. I'll try Doug again. Doug, can you hear me? Doug can't hear me. Okay. And I'm waiting for Joyce to throw another line up here so I can try somebody else other than Doug. But she's busy answering calls. So anyhow, in the next segment, we're going to be talking about.
That guy's flying.
And whether millennials are the lost generation. The Wall Street Journal says a new report finds millennials are in worse shape than every preceding living generation. Okay, let's try Doug again. Doug, you can hear us? Yeah. Okay, let's try Tim. Tim in Beaverton, Oregon. Tim, can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Oh, that's what's in the
What's going on, Sean?
world somewhere.
Yeah, Nate's up. Oh, does the phone okay? All right. Well, let's see if we can figure this out. Because our phones are not coming through. So anyhow, back to the millennials. Keep calling. We'll figure this out. We got, something screwed up in our audio chain here. The millennials are the generation that's been most severely hit by Reagan's war on unions, working people, and Reaganism's destruction of our educational system. We used to have free or cheap college, right? As I keep saying, when I was a kid, literally, when I was a kid in the late 60s, you could go to college. You could put yourself through college with a part-time job, a minimum wage job.
Yeah.
You could actually, one of Elizabeth Warren's stories, I think it's fascinating. Elizabeth Warren's stories is about how her mother, when her father lost his job, her mother got a minimum wage job and kept the family going. Say that again? I see Tim, yeah. I just, I put him on and we can't hear anything. I'll try it again. I got Tim on the air.
So back in the
You got Tim turned
60s,
on.
or
Nobody's hearing
Elizabeth
Tim.
Warren was saying that her
Okay,
mom lost,
Tim, hang on.
her father lost his job,
Not to worry.
and he was able to get,
So what we have now
She was
is
able
the
to get a minimum wage
situation
job and
where
support her family.
millennials are just, basically wiped out. And, this is the confluence of really two major forces. The first is Reaganism. Supply side economics, trickle down economics, massive tax cuts for billionaires, and all that. Well, really three forces. Number one, Reaganism. Number two, the economic part of Reaganism. Number two, the union side of Reaganism, the destruction of unions. Unions, used to be a third of all workers. When Reagan came into office, it was about a third of all workers in the private sector. And now, 6%, right? So, when you don't have a high level of union density, you can't fight for good wages. And then the third, of course, is the 2005 bankruptcy bill, which made it illegal to discharge student loans through bankruptcy, which was this giant wet kiss to the banks in Delaware and New York.
Oh boy.
So, anyhow, we're gonna figure out our phones. We'll be back. Stick around. I want to get into this rant.
Can't really do much with the trucks in the way.
It's
Hold on, hold your horses.
And welcome back, Tom Harmon.
She want to get up on this exit.
Tom Harmon here with you. And
Too close. Go ahead, feet up.
Right. Yeah. So the other thing that I wanted to mention is that we have an entire generation now. We're talking about, this massive destruction that could as a consequence, of basically our planet and our life and everything else, and certainly our food supply now.
Finish the two other ones.
That could happen as a result of what's going on. But, we also have an entire generation that's lost. I need to just try an experiment here. Doug in Englewood, Colorado, I'm putting you on the air. Can you hear me? Can we hear you? No, we're not hearing Doug. Pick up your phone calls after the break. The Wall Street Journal says that a new report finds millennials are, quote, in worse financial shape than every preceding living generation. That are most severely hit by Reagan's war on unions and working people. And close it, okay, sure. And Reagan's war on unions, in addition to Reagan's war on college. I mean, Reagan destroyed free college. You recall, he was the governor of California. He used to be able to go to college for free in California until Reagan came along in the 70s, and he said, enough of this. Because those students, they were protesting. In fact, Reagan's famous line was, why should I pay for the tuition of students who are protesting my policies? Like, it's a lot in common. So free college in the United States. And then you get these fools like Betsy DeVos privatize all public education, right? Let's have charter school. And so we've got this lost generation. Struck as they began their working life. It's born since children.
Go for it, dude.
This is Reaganism. I mean, they're the neoliberal political into the workplace. The lowest pay and the greatest level of exploitation. That's how it works. This is Ronald Reagan's new America, right? And we had two Democratic presidents who had an opportunity to stop or reverse it. Neither was able to do so for various reasons. Clinton, I think, was cheerleading it. Obama didn't have the power to stop it. By the time Obama came along, it was fairly obvious what was going on. I think Bill Clinton actually thought it was going to turn out well. Obviously, it didn't.
LA Fitness, here I come! No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to work out LA Fitness.
No shortage of Democrats who, during the George W. Bush administration in 2005, said, "Yeah, let's put student loans into that bankruptcy bill so students can't get out of their loans. The banks will love it. They'll give us more contributions." Oh, man. What do we do about the millennial generation? What do we do about the weather? What's going on with all this stuff? We will figure out our phone system. Back with your calls after the break. It's 27 minutes past. They're coming up.
I gotta get me some curls quickly, man.
Tom Hartman program.
We've been here.
How do we deal with climate change? How do we deal with a lost generation? And what are we going to do when the food shortages and the high prices of food start showing up this fall?
You're listening to the Tom Hartman program. Call 202-808.
All right, guys. Should I screen myself eating at Carl's? That'd be kind of cool, huh? Just for the amusement? Let me do that.
We're reading the Mueller report. This is from page 43. It's about the GRU, the intelligence agency within the Russian government. The GRU continued its release efforts through Guccifer 2.0 until August 2016. For example, on August 15th, 2016, the Guccifer 2.0 persona sent a candidate for the U.S.
Let's turn that off. Okay. Okay, let me stop the stream now.